Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Raj, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. So you sent me an email, and I went in and pasted it here, and so we can take a look at it without revealing your email information or anything like that. Let's take a look at your situation. So you say, I am R from Nepal. As I went through all your stuff on website, YouTube channel, I found your way of tutoring a lot wonderful. Besides, I am an international undergraduate, fresh student intending to pursue my studies in MS, the U.S. My parents are living there as well. Now, when you say MS, do you mean Mississippi? You see, my parents are living there as well. I am taking the TOEFL classes right now. I have problems with reading and speaking, but I believe that my speaking is good. Also, my score on the IELTS was 6 2 years ago. So please let me know what I need to do to get a range of 100. Wow. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look. I have a little scale I use here. So your score is around 6.0 on the IELTS exam, right? So that's going to put you at maybe 73 to 75 on the TOEFL IBT, but you want to get over 100. Wow. Now, why is that? I get a few students each month who want higher scores. I mean, I guess if you want to get into a really competitive university, you'll need that. So as I see it, you have a ways to go, my friend. You have a journey. But as the Chinese philosopher once said, the beginning of a 1,000-mile journey starts with the first step. Are you ready to take the first step? So as we go back to your question, let's deal with different situations here. Reading. There's really 5 basic things that you want to do. You can probably do these things in your TOEFL class. There's number 1, you need to build your vocabulary. Actually, your TOEFL class is not going to teach you all those words. You have to take responsibility and learn them in your own free time. So you need to improve your vocabulary. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to keep practicing reading extensively every day for about 45 minutes. You should be reading newspapers, magazines, and longer books. This is very important. There is no substitute for this second tip. Number 3, you need to increase your reading speed to about 300 words per minute if you want to be successful in completing the reading passages in the different sections of the TOEFL exam. Number 4, you want to become more familiar with the IBT reading question types and the strategies for answering them. And the 5th thing, these are 5 tips, you need to take TOEFL level reading practice test and then check your score and see which question types you're having more trouble with, and then review the strategies for those questions. If you do those 5 things, you'll get better. Now, the first 3 are more important. Building the vocabulary, practicing reading, and improving your reading speed. It'll probably take you maybe 3 to 4 months before you will get really competent if you do these 3 things over a 3 or 4 month period. All right, now the second thing, let's talk about your speaking. With speaking, you have to consider a lot of different things. It's not just being able to say, hey, how you doing, Michael? I'm okay. What's going on? Well, I'm going to go to the store. You know, you can have good conversations in English with native speakers and still get a lower score on the TOEFL IBT speaking section. So it's also about delivery, which means your pronunciation. It's also about language use, which means the grammar and the vocabulary you're using, and you want to make sure you're not limited with your grammar and vocabulary. And it's also about how you organize and develop your responses. That's really the key there. Now, if you need a space online, your TOEFL teacher is probably helping you with this now, but if you want a space online, my online TOEFL course will be a great supplement to the class you're taking right now. You can post your pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice test directly at my website. Now, with your speaking responses, I will typically listen and comment on those in about 24 hours after you're having completed them. Now, with writing, it's about the same thing. I have a teaching assistant. His whole job is to read, score, and comment on all the writing practice tests that my online students submit. So you might consider that. So here's what you want to do. So in addition to following these tips I just gave you with improving your reading, you should probably consider using my online course as a great supplement to your existing TOEFL class right now. And guess what? I'm guessing that my TOEFL class online is a lot cheaper than the class you're taking right now. Am I right? Think about it. You pay me only $38 a month, and you can post speaking, pronunciation, and even writing practice tests online, and they will be graded in about 1 day. How about that for service? Your TOEFL teacher might not even be able to do that in 24 hours. Think about that. And how much are you paying for that program? Anyway, those are some of my tips. Now, the last thing I'll suggest here is you'll probably need at least 3 months of hard study, so I'm going to recommend my 90-day TOEFL study guide. This will help you improve your academic proficiency when it comes to vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, reading, writing, and speaking areas. So you can click on the link and take a look at my study guide and some of the different lessons that I've scheduled for you over the next few months. And remember, if you do my suggestions I outlined with your reading, and then you continue to work on your overall TOEFL academic English proficiency, you will get better. All right, anyway, thank you very much, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.